Hello. Hello. Everybody should be on. No.
Testing.
Let me just listen.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear you all. And
Hello.
And I think
And
I can be
can
heard
everyone
too.
else?
I think so. When the green light goes up into the green light and the yellow points into the yellow, then it's usually okay. How is everybody? It's Friday.
You know, I think we may have peaked already then.
Yeah, to come on and we can all be heard.
Yeah. Now what are we going to do?
Let's pack up and go home, I guess.
That's it. Thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah, that was it. We only came for
It does seem
testing,
like
so-
we've achieved what we aim to do now.
That's it. After a year, we've done it. Just over a year, we've managed. I mean, forgetting the fact that we were doing this about 2 years prior.
Those don't count.
But those don't
Great.
count. They were just practice.
They're
Let's
under a
not
different
jinx
channel
it.
name. That's how rebranding works, right?
Yeah.
That's how. I
Let's-
mean, imagine if you were just rebranding to escape all of your history and try to confuse people into thinking that you were something that you weren't. If only $1 trillion company with a really bad reputation would dream of that strategy.
Oh.
Anyway.
Well,
Hang on.
How
I need
long
to
did
post
that?
a
How long was
private
that?
Rant emote.
How long was that? Was it 30 seconds before we got into?
Yeah,
I mean, we might have to get out of the way
for.
first.
I don't want to say anyway. It's all good. Tonight's backdrop of Mist is brought to us by Videezy. Awesome. I'm just mentioning them because we probably have an ident for them underneath, but you are supposed to give them a shout out when you use their stuff. So that's that done. Thank you very much for those kind, talented people giving away free awesome video. That's No Moon.
I did not realise that was in shot, I'll be honest. Let's just... How am I
Go
going
to
to do
the
this?
calendar quickly.
Yeah, so excellent. We're going to go and have a listen to the calendar. What's up, Ange? What's happening over the next while?
What happened?
What happened? What's happened? Well, tonight we'll be playing D&D 5e, which is something that we started last year. So this is-
D&D 5e.
No, not 5e. We started D&D 5e back in 2018.
Wow.
I just checked the dates.
That was a long time.
It was.
That was
I
a
just
long
checked the
time ago.
dates. Yeah, so that's how long. And guess who still doesn't know the rules? Me.
There's two
What are
people on
these
this
rules?
side. There's two people on this side.
So since 2018, our little band of D&D players have now expanded into more than D&D. We play many a game, and if you want to find out about those games, please pop over to our Discord and you will speak to some fellow players who watch, lurk and play and read and buy an awful lot of role-playing games. So pop over to Discord. Also pop over to Twitter and keep an update, because we have this really cool person that's running Twitter for us now, and it's just awesome. So yeah,
True.
we're like a little brand now. But okay, anyway, for the next month, tonight we are say D&D. Tomorrow we have a new game starting that is running into next year, being ran by a rather special person called Jonathan Hicks, who is the author and creator of Those Dark Places. He's running Warhammer Edition 1?
First edition.
First edition. So yeah. So Those Dark Places. Go over to Osprey Print and you will get a copy. Support the independent people, please, guys. This is what we're here for. Jonathan Hicks. You can find him on Twitter. He's hilarious.
Writer of Those Dark Places and lover of the D12.
There was definitely something on top of that book before I pulled it out of the shelf.
Oh.
So
It
yes,
wasn't the shelf.
That's
was
going
it?
to be fun. So that one we're all looking forward to. We'll try and put the trailer on at the break for you. As we go into November, it will be every Saturday. Alternative Saturdays is Mutants and Masterminds and Warhammer. That is the schedule that will continue through to 2022. We will have the second part of the Lurkers, and we also have a finale coming up for Carbon, which is run by Commander Strain. But unfortunately, the global pandemic has got man. But he's all right. He spoke to me today, so yeah, he'll be back to play that anyway. Yeah, I send you all the love.
I admire your optimism that without even getting through tonight, you have scheduled the second part of this. I like
you
that.
noticed that too? You noticed
That seems like a better approach than just scheduling
Yeah.
one and then having 3 months before we can finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the pirate game's got part 2 in November as well. So there's a lot of it's like, and then as we go into December, Mark's got a scheduled Cthulhu Deep Green game starting, but we already know that there's a high chance that will get shoved into January. So because this is how we work. So that's the end of the year. We will be taking Christmas off.
Yep.
We will be taking Christmas
Slackers.
Is
Yep.
it possible to take time off?
Yep.
Yeah.
Confused.
Yep.
Yes.
That button,
Yeah,
the
you-
button that says
You do
start
have
streaming.
to book it 90 days in
Yeah.
advance.
So we'll be taking Christmas off to eat mince pies, drink port, and sit by the homely fire that we have.
I'm not going to start singing Christmas songs, but I'm thinking of one that involves chestnuts in the open fire. So just think
The
of
only change on the schedule that we have got is that I might try and hijack Andy's Last Mutant and Masterminds on the 18th for the Christmas party, where I want to get the whole team in with Christmas hats, because we did miss the anniversary of our stream. So I'm thinking I might have a word with TheInfinaty about that one. So for the 18th, let's just get the Christmas hats on. Let's all get a few ports downers. I don't know why I got port in the head tonight. That's the second time I mentioned it. So that one, I'm going to have an admin meeting about that one. So everybody, and I mean everybody in the team, and it would be cool, everyone that's played with us could all be on that one. We can
That'd be
have a real
brilliant.
laugh. And we know I'm watching it before we're playing, but there you go. So that's where we're going, and then we're going into 2022 there, where we have plans afoot. I have been pulling arms and bending them behind their backs and forcing them to play games that they don't want to run for us. We are trying to look for a few offline games as well, because I've got a couple of people asking me directly if we can do a few offline games. So, GMs, this is my next game. You will be asked to DM game offline.
Yes, please. It's less effort than streamed games.
I
So, yeah.
concur. Doing production, I spend more time
So yeah,
sorting
No,
out production.
Just want to point out, it wasn't an either-or situation.
I don't know what's going on there.
Damn it.
So, yeah. So I'll be doing that. But so we're going to hand back over to the game. Please note, this is an over 18 stream, and there'll be words such as bugger and oh blimey will be appearing. Not from
Say that
myself,
on Twitch.
because I don't swear, but the swearing will come probably from some old pirate.
Or you,
Slander.
I mean-
Everybody knows that you love a good swear. There you go.
There you go. So it is going to be, there might be some blood, there might be some gore, there might be some horror. There might be. It's coming up to Halloween, and it is us. So there you go. Just thought I'd get the warnings out there. Now I'm going to hand over to the one and only, and
It's like-
UK's #1 VR streamer.
it's true. Okay,
Please go over to his channel and give him a follow. Corey BR.
thank you.
I
Absolutely.
want to comment.
Okay.
Hang on. I'll go over to his channel and press the follow button now.
Don't,
It was-
no, you don't do it. If you're no, don't you do it.
There
You're my
was a tweet
moderator.
from Croy a little bit earlier today.
Uh-huh,
Where he said something about half an hour of exercise, and you feel so much better after half an hour of exercise in VR, right?
And
And I wanted to point out that works in real, in actual reality as well.
How would you know, Mark?
So I'm told.
I like it. I don't disagree with that. I love the fact that I don't need to go outside and get wet. I just love that. That's the best thing about doing.
And to be fair, it's been a little bit inclement up in Scotland the last few days, apparently.
Bloody. Oh, I don't know. There's a place called Cockermouth. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
My family live up there.
it was like bloody hell. I mean, this happens. I remember. Anyway,
That's
no,
not the
that's
first time there, has it been?
no,
Yeah.
it's not.
Okay,
About 10 years.
I
ago.
thought that was one of those made-up places.
No, it's not. Okay, let's get on with the game, because this is where we go on to one of our tangents, and the tangents that IMT group go on to are just
Sorry
legendary.
for digressing. I will digress no longer.
Okay, I will put us into one of these two. Look at that. That one. No, we'll go with this one. There we go. We'll check with this one first of all.
Look at this.
It's fancy. Okay. We are about to change the music because this is entirely inappropriate music for what I'm
Very
about to say.
jaunty.
Isn't it just?
It's kind of the final few scenes of the 1980s Flash Gordon movie or something.
This
The
music.
climatic.
Is that what we're aiming for? Flash Gordon?
This music.
I
is
think our
from
alignments are in the wrong
PurplePlanet.com.
direction.
Okay,
Hold on. Do I
There we
adjust
go.
the slider?
that's better. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I could put in a voice for this one. We are playing an evil campaign. You are all victims for a nefarious guild of magic users. They want nothing more than from their particular brand of magic and intrigue and power to sweep across the land. But slowly, patiently. The secrets of righteous have found out that a town that you're familiar with, Ostenwald, found in the Northside region of Northern Omeria, has certain rumors about it. The darkness rising. You are being sent. 3 trusted, experienced hands in the junior ranks of the secrets, but nevertheless important. A task you've been given is to find out if there is something that you can harness. It is of nefarious and possibly evil means, but nevertheless, if you are able to bring it under your heel, then you should do so. But if it looks like it may be a threat to the secrets, destroy it. Make sure it cannot threaten our dominance in the region. It is an investigation. Find out. It is an experiment. Capture. It is an escape, because after all, we want you back alive. And so it is. You find your way back into the town of Ostenwald. It's a quaint little town. It was founded by Delaria Tyrannus and Horse Blackfoot after, well, war broke out. You know this. The Kingdoms of Man put out the call for the young men and women of the region to take up arms against the Dinzer forces, which you belong to. Invading the coast, dozens of Ostenwalders left for the war. Most of the Ostenwald's youth returned, but quite a few lost their lives, including the son of Horse Blackfoot, Erin. And so it is that the town finds itself under the rule of 2 of these people who in reality run the town, but there is an absolutely terrible mayor who is useless in every way but nevertheless clings on to power. But the town does not know that there are darker forces at work, including yourself as you arrive in the streets of the town. And you are. Would you like to introduce yourselves?
I am Elizabeth Dwyer. I'm a very friendly person.
That was convincing.
Yeah. I'm a fighter. And I would tell people that I am Suwali. I'm an embalmer. That's about as much information as I'll give.
I'd
I
probably
respect the
specify
dead.
that's the information you'll give.
Okay. Who's next?
You want to go, Josh?
I can do.
Okay, you get it.
Turnoth Shidin. I am a dragonborn sorcerer of blue scales with streaks of gold across my head and across the sides of my cheeks. And, of course, everybody knows my name. I am the smartest, strongest, fastest, wisest dragonborn in all the lands, which is obviously why I've been said to lead this party. These... they are just my muscle. I am here to solve the problems, to return the secrets with the power that they want us to seek out.
Wow.
And my other muscle, Captain Soul.
I am Captain Solka Spisen. I am a former soldier who fought in the wars. I am a tall, quite imposing fella. But I do secretly, obviously, don't tell everybody else, suffering perhaps from a little bit of post-traumatic stress. But that's not going to be a problem in this anyway, is it? It's not going to be a problem in this little venture.
No.
Okay. You set across the bridge into the town, and the shop that you see on your left, it's busy. There's a couple of people at it. They're going about buying some of their usual materials to keep their lives on even keel, such as existence in Ostenwald. It's fairly easy going. There are some discrepancies, and you know that they have, in fact, in the past, through your own hand, had some curious goings on, including the haunted inn. But you are here to find what's going on and what this power is and where it might be. You do not know. So what is your first move as you walk into the town?
We could get a room at the inn.
It makes sense for us to find lodgings.
Every time we come into this town, we go to the same inn, and every time we come into this town, something goes wrong at that inn.
It's the
Why
only
would we
place
break
to
the
sleep.
pattern now?
Well, I mean, it's been a long time since we were last here. I doubt that we will have the room. Black.
Small towns always remember. I'll start
Then we shall
striding
visit.
towards the inn.
I mean, perhaps would be willing.
Your mic is cutting out a lot, Mark. I didn't quite catch
Trying to be quiet
anything
'cause
you
I'm
just
coming
said.
through Angie's.
Well, tell Ange to press mute.
There you go. She has. It's really one of those nights. The blacksmith. Now, it's been a while since we're last here. Now, something bad happened to him, didn't it? Am I
Yes.
remembering correctly?
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to be able to rent us that room anymore.
That small
Or
shack that
shack.
you had. No, but you never
But-
know.
But we don't know whether anybody else has taken it on. So
Yeah, the
We can
last
ask at the
time.
bar about the shack.
Yeah. Okay. So you make your way through the town, as is normal in a idyllic place such as this. The troubles that have been behind it are long forgotten, Unless, of course, you were to go and find the slightly older, more prone to gossip and memory, idling away the day. They are sitting, looking out as you approach the town houses. There are 3 old ladies sat upon the porch of a house. And they go quiet when you walk past. And they observe. And they look.
Do they appear to recognise us?
You note as one turns to the other and whispers something quietly that you are not able to quite make out unless you wish to roll perception.
We would love to do that.
I will attempt to listen. I have very sharp ears. I'm well known for it.
Okay. 17. Thal seems to be more inclined towards listening to what these old and rather talkative biddies are saying. As you're approaching them, Saul, you hear them talking about the weather. And you hear them talking about someone and something. Oh, says one. Well, you never know, do you really, what they do when they stay by themselves? The strangest things happen when they stay by themselves for long times. People need to be social, like us. Another one say, yes, like us. There's nothing peculiar about staying alone for a little while, but you must seek out company. You must seek out people and be with them. Look at these. And as she turns to point at you, she stops. And that's the point that you hear them stop.
Yeah. No, carry on. Please be social.
Well, yes. As we were saying, it's important that you're with your friends. There are 3 of us. And look, here are 3 adventurers. There
Are
are...
we friends? Are we friends?
No trouble meant, sir. Just that... Well, we remember you, see? The terrible stories around what happened at the blacksmith's. Old Horst. What he would do.
Are you afraid of us?
And at this point, the other 2 are getting up. And they're walking into the house.
Ladies.
Andrew muted.
Ladies, do not depart. The blacksmith. His property? Who's in charge?
And
I'm going to be really nice to them.
Yeah, when you speak to them in that tone, and they point up the road. Yes, the blacksmith. Well, it's sad what happened, but I need to go and check on my friends. It's important to stay together. And she stands up and leaves her chair and walks in through the door and closes it behind her.
We appear to have made an impression.
Did they being old ladies? Didn't get any information from them.
They serve no purpose. If we want the property, we will take the property. But the inn may have more information.
Here we are.
Is the blacksmiths? Are we about to pass the blacksmiths?
Yeah, if you keep walking on the road that you're on,
Yeah.
it's about 12 o'clock around the town,
Anybody's
just in front of the
taking
bridge.
the place over.
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
Not
Which
my
one? Did you ping?
Purple ring.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, what? That's the blacksmith
Yeah.
there. No, that's the pub. For some
No,
reason,
that's
I
the
thought the
pub.
blacksmiths were down here.
That's a shop
No, we had...
and a house.
Because we had... There was... Oh, right. Let's pass
There's
the
a town
blacksmiths
square
on the
as
way
well.
to the bar.
You can do that.
Yeah.
The sense of
Where's that?
direction is understandable. Last time you were here, you were dead. Come on, the inn is this way.
As we
And
pass
as
this
you-
blacksmith, do we
Ah,
see
you-
anything?
You walk up through the streets, and you see younger folk walking by, and you're not paid any further heed. People are going about their business with bags filled with vegetables, walking in, around, and about the town, having just visited the market, which is in the square, as you know. You arrive and look through at the crossroads just prior to the blacksmith's, next to where your shack was. And you look at it with memory, knowing that all it was an old tool cupboard that was cleared out for your benefit. Oh, how times have changed now that you are lofty adventurers with further adventurers and more amazing equipment and awesome pieces of magic that you've gained on your last adventures since you were here in your inventory at the bottom. You've got some new stuff.
Intense.
That was subtle.
Yeah. The
Okay.
blacksmith is in operation. You hear the clanging of metal upon metal and the hissing of steel being tempered in cold baths. The air smells
Tea.
fresh, as if the river itself is bringing down clean air, and all through the town it is spreading. As you approach, that changes slightly to a more smoky, acrid smell from the forge itself, heating up the air and more fuel being stoked upon it.
Can we see who's working?
Aye. There is a human, but it is not Horst. A much younger man. Physically, every part of him looks like muscle. Every part of him is tending this particular piece of work, whatever it is, perhaps a sword, dagger, you're not quite sure from that distance. And he's attended by a young apprentice, standing on the other side, watching and listening to the directions that he's been given.
I will walk in and stand very close to the anvil.
Okay. So as you walk in, the apprentice looks up and he says, Master, customers. And you walk in, and before he's managed to make safe his work, you're standing right next to him, and he looks up at you. Well then, you mind taking a step back, sir, please? This is a working forge. I would not want you to be harmed. The heat here is
Oh, no.
quite intense.
Do not interrupt me. You own a property down the road. We will be using it until we leave town. Good day. And I walk away.
And you hear just kind of, I'm sorry, just hold this like that, and he bustles after you. He looks at you. He says, "Excuse me, sir. Sir, And he looks at the two of you.
Drop and turn.
Yes.
Elizabeth and Saul. What do you mean you'll be using it? Which property are you referring to?
I'll just... I'll let Sol indicate. My hands are still in my sleeves. I haven't moved.
That is my store cupboard. What is it you think you will gain from being in this?
Shelter.
Excuse me, sir, but what did you say?
Shelter. That's what we'll gain from it.
Well, if you're willing to pay the coin, I suppose I could have the boy clear it out for you.
We had a standing arrangement with the previous blacksmith. You will honor
Yes.
that arrangement.
You had an agreement with the previous blacksmith.
You will honor that arrangement.
Yeah, roll deception as you're looking menacing down the street at him.
Deception? I mean, I was aiming for
Intimidation.
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 I'm hoping that I can stand
I ain't lying
next to him
about
and
anything.
glare at this guy as well. Maybe give him an assist.
Yeah, I mean you're just standing there, kind of fronting a little bit, aren't you? So yeah, you get advantage on that if you need it.
I will roll it again.
Yeah,
Just in case.
there you go.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for the bonus.
So he looks at you and thinks for a minute. Aye. Well, right enough. There was notes saying the thing that you have said. I didn't ever think that it would be of any consequence. The previous occupant, well, the stories about him I would rather not repeat in daytime, or nighttime for that matter. If you want to stay in that place, then please, give me an hour, I'll have it cleared out. You can make your bed there and get the shelter that you seek. And he
Very
goes
well.
off. And you hear him, just get over there and take everything back and bring it over here. I don't care how long it takes, but get done in an hour. And you see the boy
Right.
trotting out.
Do we have any other information from the secret? This thing that we're looking for?
The thing that made it interesting to the secrets was a story that was told, and it was maybe third hand by the time the story reached them, that somebody in the town had had a very significant change of behaviour. Someone who had been recluse and widowed had a change of demeanour. And normally that wouldn't be of interest and consequence. And only those who are particularly aware of how those types of sudden changes can occur would even be remotely suspicious in it. Other people just find it very odd and strange. The expectation of the location and also of the history books that are available suggest that some time ago in this long history of a town before the war, that there was some kind of evil beset and locked away. And that is the power that you have been asked to investigate, to seek if perhaps there is a connection between the two.
But we don't know whose behaviour has suddenly changed. Well, that's not been.
We do.
We know, yeah, we know that, but we don't know the. I'm just thinking if
No,
we were
you
going to
have
ask.
not.
Okay. Right. I mean, do we enter the inn and ask if anybody has been recently widowed?
Yeah, the inn is where we tend to find people, or the people who can give us information to find people. Elizabeth is trying to talk, but I cannot hear her once again.
Can't
Did
get
the
the
widower
staff.
change from being into loose and whatever, or they were not, or they were loose and they've changed to being like nun-like, or they were nun-like and they've changed to a loose demeanor?
The
I
story
just wonder
goes.
which way round.
The story goes that despite the fact that this man was a loner all his life, he claimed that his wife and son were still alive, and he spent every day seeking them. He spent every day seeking them far and wide. Up until that point, they understood him to be a relatively quiet man who would tend to the grounds around the town, keeping himself to himself, and suddenly took upon travelling and searching, and every time coming back to the town, every time saying that he knew they were still alive.
Sounds like a madman.
Well, I think it's easy enough. We'll go to the bar. We'll make some inquiries of a man that we met on our travels that was based here, that was seeking his wife, etc. I'm sure he'll be known, and then we can go and speak to him. I think this is a very cut and dry case here. Take us hours.
Well, it may take us mere hours to find the man.
It won't be hard to find something like that. We just ask inquiries in the
I
bar.
mean, it's not him that we're actually looking for. Something else.
He leads us to the power, we take the power, we leave.
Yeah.
We have barely been here, I've already had enough of this place. Every time we come here, it's trouble.
I don't think this. I think this is just rumours. Let's go to the bar.
Head into the inn then.
To the inn. To the inn. Of all places,
Sanguine Dawn.
Sanguine Dawn. Let's just see that. I think that's the map is further down on the page.
Yeah.
There we go. I will just walk striding to the bar and go straight to the bar itself.
Yeah.
Cool.
Go for it.
There was quite a friendly barmaid last time we were here.
Yeah, the owner. You became
Mm.
quite. Oh yeah, the barmaid. Yes, who disappeared off into a room with one of the patrons. Yes.
Didn't the barmaid have a very interesting accent, if I recall?
I
No, that was
listen,
the owner.
If you
It was
can,
the owner.
Was it the owner?
Yes, now you've reminded me. Yeah, it was the owner, wasn't it? Thank you for the memory. I'm glad that stuck in your mind. Okay, yeah, I remember that too now. Wow, I've done it. That's me. I finally made an NPC that is remembered over a year without any prompting. Fantastic. I can retire now.
What was the owner's name? I'm trying to find it on my notes.
Dolores.
Dolores. Right, I shall
No,
go up to the bar.
Was it Delora? Dolores?
It's Dolores now.
It was Dolores. Yes.
Dolores. Yeah. Excellent.
I shall see. Is Dolores in the room?
Yeah, she is talking to someone. Let me just get the many windows I have open right now put into position.
That's packed.
There you go. Here she is. And for those at home, this is what Dolores looks like.
Please now, all in your head, imagine a voice that you think Dolores would sound like.
This is Dolores.
I try and catch Dolores's eye and nod to get her attention. See me.
Yeah, and she she turns round and says, "Oh, hello. How you doing? How are you? I'm very glad you can make it. I'm trying very hard to remember what the accent was, and I think it was just like this, or something. Anyway,
it was
close. It was close.
Can you go down a little bit in pitch because you're catching the edge of your compressor and cutting yourself off?
I'm cutting myself. I'll move away from my microphone. Hello. How are you? It's been a long time since I saw you.
I hope we find you well, Dolores.
Yes, I'm glad to say the rooms that I have sorted are very well fixed now. And very well fixed thanks to you. We've got an extra room.
You don't happen to have a spare room, do you? It seems that the accommodation that we have acquired are a little bit rough.
Are you going to make him empty the tool shed? For no reason. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I don't want to stay in the tool shed.
There was a standing agreement.
You're welcome to stay here. That's not a problem at all.
Super. As you can imagine, we are here, as usual, on an errand for some acquaintances. If you have 5 minutes, and I gesture over to a table that's quieter and not...
Yes, come through to my office.
Follow her through.
Yeah, she walks through, as you remember. The place is reasonably busy. And she opens the door and walks into the office. Now you remember this place, don't you? It was the meeting place that was hired out for some masked individuals that were yeah, certainly up to no good.
Revolutionary.
It's nice to see, Dolores, that things are on a better footing for you and the town these days. However, we have been sent here with rumours that have become apparent to us and the people who are interested of a gentleman who has been searching the land. He's been searching the land for his wife and son, who souls are no longer on this plane of earth, land existence.
Yes. Someone who travels far and wide. Yeah, I know who you think it is, and I think you're right. I think the person you're looking for is Old Man Martins.
What can you tell us about this man?
Well,
Please give us all the details that you can in an in-depth manner.
Really?
No,
I'm
make
quite-
it brief.
I don't mind talking a lot, but you understand, I've got a pub to run.
No, I don't understand. That's part of the problem.
Well, I'll say this about Martins. He was a loner. But, you know what? The funny thing was, he travelled all around looking for his wife. And then he said, well, he had a son. I didn't know that. And then he said that they were down in the crypt. So after he's travelling all around, the place he ended up going was the crypt. I mean,
Crypt.
yeah, just out in the church. It's very strange. But he's travelled all around for years, kept coming back, saying he'd heard the voices. Well, imagine the surprise when he found out they were right here in Austinwold. It's the strangest thing.
Isn't it?
You know
Is
what
he in
said?
town at the moment?
Yes. Yeah, he's got hurt, he has. He's up getting healed. He's getting healed.
Or for what?
I don't know. It was someone came in from the Church of Everlight. Delora, she exclaimed. Someone's broken into the crypt. Old man Martins is hurt, they said. Well, you know what? Well, I don't know what the commotion's about, really. The people run the church are good folks. They're looking after them.
Oh, Martin's is at the church.
No, he was broke into the crypt of the church and now he's hurt, so he's being healed.
Yeah, where's he being healed?
He's being healed at the church.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
That makes things more convenient.
Ah,
Perhaps you're right, Elizabeth. Perhaps this won't take long after all. Well,
Dolores, thank you for your time again. This sounds like it might be an easy inquiry for us to fulfill. But should we not, please just put a provisional reservation on a room for me.
Of course.
Thank you. And I turn to leave.
I'm already
Walk
leaving.
out. He's already out, 2 steps out the door. I follow him out into the bar.
Yeah, and so the bar noise continues, and you find your way out.
can we see the church from here? Assuming we can see a spire or something. Maybe.
Let's jump you back onto the map.
Onto it, map.
Excuse me, that was my accent.
That's me.
I think he's in the centre, if I recall.
Just trying to make you feel at home.
Is that it?
So I am gonna just quickly try and find me notes.
As we are standing in the bar, I turn to the others. So, we go to the church, find out why he's injured, and we find out what voices he was hearing. Maybe find out which is his house. Maybe we should have a scoot around his house. What do you think?
It sounds like trouble is in the crypt, does it not?
Yeah, but he heard the voices which sent him on this thing. So where did he hear the voices?
I thought he was hearing the voices all the time in his head.
Well, this is
Either
what we
he
need to
is
find out.
seeking the power or he is under the thrall of the power. Either way, where he wants to go is where we want to go.
He
Well-
may be mad, of course.
Or maybe
Possibly.
something is in his house that was talking to him. Maybe there's only certain places, but that voice has told him that his family are here.
Well, we only have to ask him to find
As I
that out.
said, easy and done. We'll be out of here in hours.
All we
Place.
need to do is find that damn church.
Yes.
It's right behind the pub.
Oh, over there.
All of these country towns, they're built the same. I can never find anything here. All the buildings look identical. Just give me a decent city for once.
Oh, I recall actually seeing the church. It's just beyond the pub. Let's.
You couldn't have
Go
mentioned
round.
this earlier?
The spire is right there.
Yes, I forgot. It's this way.
Very well. Lead the way, Elizabeth.
I frog march them. What? I was going to say that. I just march round to the church.
I'm not walking that quickly, it is demeaning.
Is
Okay.
it more kind of a loping gait or a hop then?
If you want to hop, I will catch up.
Now you've put the big pink circle around it, it's quite obvious that that's a church.
Yeah, I'm not sure how we missed it, to be honest.
It looks different from ground level.
Excellent. Okay. So you make your way across the grass and to the church. Your tokens are huge. Right. There we go.
It's just the size of our egos.
Yes.
My token needs to be bigger.
And yeah, the church of the Everlight, a place of sanctity and tranquility. The Church of Everlight is open to the devout of all faiths, as well as those who follow none. The abbess and her priestesses offer kind word support, and when need arises, healing both the spirit and the body. Sounds delightful.
Well,
This is you're reading the sign on
Yeah.
the outside with the
and
script on
perhaps
it.
perhaps they have decided that he's mad also. And are trying to help him.
I feel that if you are truly a good place, you do not need a sign outside that says you are a good place.
You always were suspicious, you didn't.
What can I say? It is what I do. I'll walk into the church.
Okay.
I will not take a moment to consider that I may burst into flames crossing the threshold. I will walk into the church.
I will.
We
Okay.
cannot hear you, Elizabeth.
It's-
You're
it's-
muted.
As I walk past the gravestones, I actually do stroke at them as I go along, and I'm uttering the words "splendid, splendid," and follow them into the church.
Now,
Weirdo.
with any luck,
This church is very low resolution. I may need my glasses.
Trust me, it doesn't help.
Oh, never mind.
It's a church. Theatre of the mind.
It looks better now.
Oh yes, good.
yeah,
now.
it does take a while to load in true
Yeah.
Roll20 style. Here we go.
There we go.
So I'll just sort this for chat at home. There we go. And you find yourself walking along past the garden, the wrought iron fence, towards the stairs of this devout and amazing church of tranquility.
Splendid.
Yeah. This is this is the church that you've been looking for. You are hearing voices from inside the chapel. The doors are open.
Excellent.
I think we would just walk straight in.
Yes, and you have walked straight in. Let me just give you a view of what you are seeing as you walk straight in.
Imagine a church. It is full of people.
Open the doors. No,
You
that's
don't need to open the doors. They're already open.
It was the wrong way around. Well, the whole thing's back to front anyway, isn't it? Because we're supposed to. There's the church. There's the steeple. Open the doors. There's the people. But we started with the people.
No, we started with the steeple. Elizabeth found the church for us.
I'm fucked. To be honest,
I'm confused.
You're confused.
There's the people.
Okay.
I just had to throw the word steeple in there somewhere to appease Dave.
I am outside the walls.
I will put you inside the walls.
Wow. Is it busy in here?
Yeah.
There are the people.
I
Okay.
can't do that. Old age, arthritis, and all that.
There are many peoples in the church. And you are able to see that there is some commotion. As you walk into the church, you see that there is a couple of there's a priestess and a acolyte standing over an unconscious man. And as you approach, you see that there's this is happening amongst all of the people, and the priestess is working away, but she doesn't look like she's using magic or anything, and she doesn't see you come in either. And all the people around are just kind of gathered around, looking to see what's going on. But you recognise where the focus of the intrigue is, just on one of the pews.
Right, this guy's laying there collapsed.
Yeah.
And is the acolyte
Wow, rumour
doing anything?
Travels fast in this place.
Sorry?
Is the acolyte just watching on, or is it or are they?
They're just at this point, they're stopped and they're just looking down at this person.
I'm just gonna walk up to the acolyte. I'm just gonna say, we're looking for a man named Martins, which I'm finding funny just because there was a whole sketch based around a man called Martin in one of the sketch shows. Was it Mary Whitehouse Experience? A man named Martin. I am showing my age. Sorry about that, youngsters.
I remember.
Yeah.
I remember and do appreciate the Mary Whitehouse Experience, but it was a long time ago, and I have not had many opportunities to rewatch it. If I did, though, I'm sure I would recall.
You would recall a man named Martin. Anyway, I'm asking.
Yeah.
I'm asking for.
And the acolyte just looks down.
I hope you haven't harmed him. That's going to make things very, very difficult.
And the hearing you say that, the priestess looks up and says, No. We have been able to stabilize him. He is, well, we do not have anything other than traditional healing available to us. And there is no healing magic, unfortunately. Nobody here in town has any to spare after the accident in the town centre. But he is stable. He's unconscious. And you look down at him, and he's got a gash on his head.
What happened to him? I'm making a mental note to ask them some point about the accident in the town square at a later date.
Earlier this evening, earlier yesterday, earlier today, earlier this afternoon, Mr. Martins was visiting the entrance to the crypts to visit his wife and son, or at least that's what he says. He was attacked. He was attacked by a man rushing out of the crypts. He cried out. We heard him.
Did anybody see this man rushing out of the crypt?
They ran east along the road leading up to Dresden's Tower. He's a kind soul. He would not hurt a fly. Well, I'm sure if you could track down the culprit, bring him to justice, the church would be in your debt.
Have you checked the crypt?
It is empty, as far as we can tell.
Any damage?
There's no... Yes. It seems that they were there to try to rob some place. Rob the crypts. Grave robbers, I say. Terrible business. Foul deed.
The crypt is empty. What were they robbing?
I said empty of people.
Ow.
No. No further members or any others. Otherwise, it seems to be much itself, as it always has been.
I wander over to Mr. Martin. And I glance down at him. What do I see? Is he bandaged up? Is he...
You see a poultice across quite a very obvious gash right across his head. The blood has been cleaned, but there are still some traces of it in his eyebrows and down his nose and in the folds of his skin. They've done a good job. I mean, he's been well healed.
He's still alive, I see.
Yes, he's stable. I'm sure he will come round.
Oh. Shame.
Shame.
She looks at you kind of quizzically when you say that.
I look at her kind of quizzically when she says that.
Shame that these things happen. Such a violent world that we live in.
Yes. Well, if everyone would embrace the Everlight, we would be righteous and pure.
Yes. The road east towards Dresden Tower, did you say?
Is it possible to have a quick look at the crypt first?
The crypt is outside, is it not? We will walk in there.
Well, I wasn't sure it was under the church or is it outside.
Yeah, you can, of course, if you wish.
Excellent.
But please, if you were able or willing, and she looks you up and down and says, more than likely, very willing, very able, to hunt down those that have desecrated the crypt and bring them to justice, we will ensure your reward.
Yes, that's also outside. We're going in that direction.
I just glanced. Where did the attack actually happen? Exactly by the crypt?
As Mr. Martins was visiting the entrance to the crypt, he was attacked and assailed.
And it's outside, yeah?
Yeah.
I turn tail and start to walk out.
I will follow the muscle.
Yeah, I'll follow Elizabeth as well. Perhaps we're not the only people looking for something in the crypt.
As I approach the crypt, I look for the area of where he was actually attacked.
As you walk out of the church towards the crypt, you see
Oops, sorry.
spider cross your path.
As we leave the church.
A spider. How big is this spider? I mean, are we talking skyscraper size?
It is slightly larger, perhaps, than the spiders that you would normally associate, but nevertheless, it is a spider. It's tiny, as you might expect, but out of place.
Any unusual markings on it?
It's a kind of pinky color. Not dark.
Is it on the-
Maybe that's
Is it on?
Flesh toned?
yeah. Well, somewhat mixed in with the normal hairs of a spider.
My snout twitches for a moment, and the spider levitates up in front of me. I'm using Mage Hand to grab it.
Yeah, and you do so
Just
easily.
is that because I was going to stand on it.
I'll bring it closer to my snout so I can look at it. I'm
Uh-huh.
not
I was
going
going to stand on it.
I was going to do that as well.
So what, stand on it?
Yeah.
At least we
okay.
may find out more information this
I'll
way.
just Bring it close
me-
and then
Give me a roll as you examine it.
a roll.
Whichever you prefer. Nature, investigation.
As it happens, I'm a master of all things.
Oh, yeah. Don't you forget it.
That'd be nature.
Master of all.
Yeah.
Master of all things, so you do not let out the fact that when you look at this spider, you just disregard it entirely as a common spider.
It seems pointless. The Mage Hand just tucks it into a pocket of my robe. So I keep my
Yeah.
spell components. Spiders are a very useful spell component.
I'll pull the legs off that one later.
Not for a sorcerer, because we don't use spell components, but
So beyond the fact that it attracted your attention, for being a strange colour, you do not ascertain anything particular from it.
I will keep this for later. It will be a good snack.
And just going to look at him.
What, Captain?
Nothing.
Excellent. I'm the one that does the thinking here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I look for the crypt. Is that it
Easy-
there?
Yeah, easy done. The dark building ahead.
Oh. Can I see around the area where the attack took place?
So this
On-
is
on-
you walk
the
through you walk
ground.
through the cemetery. And you recognise as you're walking past that there's quite a lot of people buried here. And so the thought strikes you that whoever's buried in the crypt is, well, likely to be distinguished in some way. Give me a perception roll as you walk towards the crypt.
Oh, rolled a 19 to 20.
Yeah. There's
Do you want
no.
rolls from us also?
If you're looking, yeah, let me know what you're looking for.
I'm just following Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I was just checking.
I'm just checking the ground for where the attack happened. Like, so, like, if there's like marks on the ground or
Sure.
thing.
Blood on the ground.
Blood on the ground. The path is well worn. It's stone. There's, as you're looking around, you see that there's stones kicked over onto the grass. But I mean, what that might mean, anybody's business. It could just be somebody walking, kicking stones. There's nothing particularly of merit here.
Is the crypt open at the moment?
You try the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. The door is open. And you open it up.
Check.
To see stairs leading down.
Is there any light here at all? We're going to need a torch.
On the inside, as you walk in, you see neatly piled to one side of you are a pile of chains and a pair of steel cutting tools.
Is that normal? Would I expect to find something like that in a
No.
crypt? Jedin,
No.
Elizabeth, what do you
Yes,
make
Captain.
of this? Do these
It's a pile of
chains? Do they have? When you say chains, are like manacled chains, or is this like a?
Like a link of chain that you would reasonably expect to be something that would hold doors that you just walk through together.
Oh, okay.
So clearly somebody's been in and tidied up, not knowing what to do with the things, they just put them out of sight. They are...
I get that. It's perfectly ordinary.
Your
Not-
mind went somewhere else, didn't it?
Me?
To your...
You was like thinking there was hostages chained up, or yeah.
To your left and right, there are statues of the god generals Thinner and Tutius. 10 feet away from you, the staircase descends into darkness.
Is there anything here we can light a torch from?
No.
A brazier or anything? No.
Here, hold up your torch.
I'll hold up my torch.
And rarely enough out of combat, Turneroth actually takes a hand out of his sleeve and just fire and just lights the torch.
I thought you were going to breathe on it. I'm
I would not
disappointed.
lower myself to that. His hand goes back in his sleeve.
I take the torch and push it ahead of me and walk down the step.
Okay. Okay. So you
Everyone follow
begin...
the captain.
Yeah, you begin the descent.
I'm not
As-
expecting this place to be absolutely massive. I mean,
As you reach the top of the stairs, you look down and you see some strange markings on the floor in the dust.
oh,
There's footsteps going down through the dust, and that's a well-worn path. But to either side and up the walls, you see some strange-looking markings.
just drawn into dust, or are they carved into the steps?
No, they're. It's just the way these little marks appear in the dust.
Oh. Now I will call shedding over.
What is it, Captain?
Does this mean anything to you? And I shine the torch down around where these symbols are.
I'll peer down. Do they look like magical symbols? Do they look like writing?
No, they look like small footsteps.
You keep catching me out with that one.
Captain, I'm sure you have some skill past your ability to swing that big weapon around, but please display it occasionally. Those are footsteps.
Give me a perception check, both of you, as you're looking down at these things.
Okay.
Fear not, I have excellent eyes.
As you cast your eyes upon the nature of these specific markings, they are very small but distributed in such a way and all around the stairs. The feeling that you get, Turnroth, is very much that these things have been made by insects. And it is almost as if a wave of these things has broken out and cast itself up and out of the crypt. Each of its feet just exploding through the dust and the murk. And as you search and look around with your eyes, you watch as it fades into the footsteps that you've created, the piles of stones. But yes, there seems to and appears to be a sign of a considerable number of these insects having made their way from downstairs into the up.
It would look like these are several insects, maybe. They gather from the staircase to come up, and I'm motioning along the path, the line of footprints. I do this, and they come up to here, and they come out, and I wonder. I turn to Elizabeth, and in Darakul, I'm going to ask her, Elizabeth, some of your people have a way with insects. Do you know where they went? What they are? What happened here?
Judging from the expression, I'm gonna go with no.
Do I? It's just...
Give me a history check.
Yes, I certainly shall. Tell it. Yeah, I've got absolutely no idea what they are. Absolutely nothing with my 4.
Spiders like dark places.
They just look like spikes, insect things. Obviously, something was trapped in here and they've been released now. Insects like dark places. It's funny that you can find that animals live in the most strangest of places. They probably survived for a while down here. They probably fed on each other or the remains of the people. Most, but way of nature.
I switch to Draconic and talk to myself for a while. It sounds angry.
I look round. Tut at him. I look round. Can you see where they came from? Can we sort of like...
Oh, almost,
is there
absolutely,
a point
definitely
of, like...
downs and stairs. Like it's up across the ceiling of the stairs, and it's round the sides of the walls. Yeah,
What, the footprints?
The footprints all up.
But,
It's as if a burst of these things just exploded out, and
so from the point, I have to go down the stairs to find the point of explosion thing.
I mean, it is so much that you cannot determine it. It's every inch of the wall these things are covered in. There's no one trail. It's like the whole wall that goes up from the stairs, the ceiling of the stairs, the side of the stairs, the walls and the walls of the crypt. It's like this.
I think they're going to come from somewhere, so I'm going to go down. I said, well, let's quickly pop down here, check what's down here, and then we'll go searching for the individual. And I start to walk down the stairs without a torch. I don't need it.
I follow the muscle.
Yeah. Okay. Down the stairs. Down the stairs you go into the crypts. As you walk down the stairs. Oh, carry on.
As they're descending, I pause at the top of the stairs as I'm kind of looking down. Probably for a few seconds before swallowing hard and then following.
And I think at that point we should go and put the kettle on.
Good point. 10:30. Let's go. We'll have a quick break. Yeah, good idea. Right, so it's just gone past past already. We will come back to us as they walk down into the depths, the spider-ridden depths of this crypt, to whatever they may find. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay, so they head down the stairs, checking for signs of speeders. Turneroth at the back. Is that right? Are you bringing up the rear?
I think I was
Saul
at
has
the
been up
back.
the rear because
Yeah.
he stopped at the top of the stairs.
Ah, that's right.
Admittedly, I'm only going to go like 20 feet in front of him because I can't see in the dark.
Yeah, let me just double check.
If the stairs are too long, I'm just going to wait for him.
Bye.
I thought you could see in the dark.
What?
Well, I thought that.
Why would I be able to see in the dark? What have got you for? Seeing in the dark and, human things.
So, yeah, you've currently got
Human.
Captain Saul's got a torch.
He has.
And he's emitting 30 feet of bright light. Just because. There you go. How's that? Can you now see Turneroth?
Yes.
There's not much to see. Just each other
we're
in
in
a
a
corner.
narrow
and more
corridor,
stairs.
yeah.
You are.
All right. So yeah.
Yeah, the stairs that you are in. Let me just check on chat as well. Make sure that they're seeing basically your characters. That's kind of it. And that is because that is all there is to see. You are in a very small and tight winding stairs, but you do notice the ornate features around the staircase themselves. It's there's a little bit of design being carved into these walls that you're walking as torchlight comes down.
It looks old, right? It's not like a fairly recent kind of carving, is it?
Yeah, it's old. Yeah. Give me a history check.
You.
Oh dear. That do anything?
It did not.
Not yet. We'll just talk amongst ourselves while Roll20 catches up.
I'm gonna do. There we go.
There you go. It's been cut into sturdy stone, probably limestone. There's been sort of stones, but given the nature of your background, you recognise that these are probably related to the attack of regrets. So the chances are that these are people that have fought in the war.
Right.
And have been and buried here. But beyond that, you don't notice. The corridor ceilings are 10 foot high. They're arched. There's no support in them. But yeah.
Can we see the like dusty markings, the spider marking?
Yeah, they
Spider
the-
insect thingy.
yeah, they're kind of you see these kind of circular markings that have been cast in the dirt. It's a bit harder to pick them out, and you don't see them quite so readily with the torchlight as it flickers. But every now and again, you see a pattern that looks like a circle, like it's a spider's just kind of run round and round.
I'm gonna have a quick look on the floor and see if there's any dead insects, because sometimes if there's like an abundance of insects, there might be a dead one that got trampled or whatever, or if there was an intruder in there, maybe he might have stood on one by accident or something. So I'm checking the floor quickly, as to see if there's any evidence of
roll
Which
what
perception.
these insects might
Or
have
arachnid.
been. I'm going to roll my Blark die. Oh crap! 8.
Yeah, high rolls. You do not see anything of the nature of which you've described, and the general distance between you and the edge of the stairs stops you from walking around too much. It's a very narrow corridor, and the stairs are quite steep, and so you just stand at the top of the stairs, look behind you as Turnroth comes down behind you, and you just don't have the opportunity to see anything. However, you do see stairs descending, and you turn back round and look down the stairs into the gloom.
I'll keep
how
going, 'cause
far
I can
down
see.
does it go?
I can see 60 meters, by the way.
Feet.
60 feet.
Yes, because this is
Dark
D&D.
vision.
We use Imperial.
60 feet.
As
You can see in dim light within 60 feet.
Yeah. As you walk, are you walking down the stairs? Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So as you walk down the stairs, you're concentrating, still looking at the stairs a little bit, making sure you don't drop down. But you do notice that there's strange globules of liquid on the ground. But even in with your dark vision, you don't see color, but there seems to be two different textures of stuff on the floor that you see down here as you're walking. They're not particularly sizable, but you're perceptive enough to see it.
Ew. So like in patches, so like you could like walk around the gooey bit.
Yeah, they're small little patches of gobs. You have to kind of pick your way through them. There's also some on the wall as well, as you put your hand out to hold yourself and steady yourself as you're tiptoeing between these globules of. You put your hand and you just realise that as you look, you stop yourself from just putting your hand splat right onto one of these marks, this drip down the side of the wall.
I stopped walking. Interesting development. There seems to be matter and things on the floor and walls down here. I'm wondering whether this is. I'm wondering if they might have something to do with these insects. Pass me the torch down.
Saul, where are you with the torch? I can't see what Elizabeth's talking about.
So I come down the steps kind of cautiously, make sure I don't tread on anything. What do you found?
Elizabeth says there's things on the walls. Also, pass the torch over here.
It's all right. I'll hang on to it.
Well,
Okay,
lean forwards then.
Because I can see what's in any way, and I
Lick it and see what it is.
I grab into my back. I wanted a penknife or something, but I haven't got one.
A knife.
Well, a knife of some sort. So I grab and get my short sword out.
There's a dagger hovering next to your ear.
Oh, I'll take the dagger.
That's vaguely threatening.
I
And
am
near,
evil, you know.
and near this globule on the wall, I actually get my dagger and sort of like stick it in and sort of like about in it.
I
Okay.
hope this isn't acid. I only brought one of those.
Yeah,
Why's the music
The-
changed? Because that's made me worried now.
That's the creepy stuff on the walls music.
it's some sort of saliva. It's acrid, but it's not to the point of dissolving the metal. But it looks like it's some sort of drippy, gooey gob. And when you look to the other texture, and you poke it, it's much more.
Yeah.
It's much more of a liquid, and you're immediately your senses, your natural senses, tell you that the other thing is blood.
Oh. There, lick it. Jadin was right. Do it.
I had a feeling she'd be able to sniff one of these out.
So does that mean? Can I work out from that there was something inside it which I've just killed or something?
No, the blood is. There are two types. As you look down, now the torchlight's there, you see it much more clearly. One of these is a kind of saliva-looking, clear, white, frothy, viscous, bubbly, dripping down the side of the walls and on the floor. The other one is red. One of them is very clearly blood. The other one, gob, saliva, mucus, liquid snot.
Ew.
Yeah. We don't want to go any further in. There may be other bodily fluids further down.
I mean, we need to discover what's down there. Are we going to move forward, or are we going to stand
Yes.
here and look at the mess?
So I sort of like kind of try and walk through without touching anything and control myself as I walk over certain other things.
As I'm waiting for Elizabeth to pick her way through everything, I just let out a big yawn, hear my jaw crack in here, and as I close it, I just whisper a few words, and my hands shift in my sleeves, and I start to clean off all the blood and stuff on the walls. I'm using prestidigitation.
Hey, where does it go?
This is a cleanup squad.
Where do you prestidigitate to it? Where does it?
I mean, it cleans small amounts of matter. I'm just making it not be there.
Yeah,
I'm not going to pick my way around it. I just make everything in front of me not be there so I can walk.
Yeah. Okay, so you make your way down the corridor. You're keeping a close eye on just making sure your feet are very well placed. Can I get a perception roll just to see how good you are at perceiving where these things are, Elizabeth?
11.
You want
I'm
us
gonna
all to
say-
make those?
Turnrith's at the top of the stairs, or have you gone down the stairs at all?
I'm following Elizabeth. I'm just far enough back that I'm cleaning the
okay.
stuff in front of me.
Right.
I'm not
Well,
going
let's just rewind. Let's just rewind there, and I know that you, Saul. I know that you're kind of there with the light as well, so you're probably following, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you're in light. Turnrith, you notice. What did you roll, Ange? What did Elizabeth roll? 11.
11.
11.
Sorry, what was that?
11.
11.
11.
So the basic thing here is that as Elizabeth is tiptoeing between the slobber, you turn off notice that what the next thing she's about to step onto is a trap.
Ooh.
Elizabeth doesn't notice it. You do. What do you do?
Elizabeth, I'm not being very hasty about this.
Yeah.
Oh,
Elizabeth,
wait, stop.
Yes.
stop
Can I get-
walking forwards.
Can I get a dex saving throw with advantage, please,
For me.
for Elizabeth?
Dex.
Saving.
So the best roll I got was 11. And then it's +5, so 16.
Yeah. Okay. You've just managed to thread your way between all this slob and blood, and you put your foot down. And as Turnoff says, you pull your foot back up, and as you pull your foot back up, before he says stop, you see the floor in front of you give way, and you look down where you're about to put your foot, and you see a 20-foot drop.
Ah.
A strange place to leave a hole.
These an old place. Obviously, the floors are weak.
Yes, it's so weak it was engineered to fall apart when you stepped on it. Did you not see that? I thought you could see in the dark.
I could see the floor. I couldn't see the trap.
Do you want me to go first?
Okay, you can see traps.
No, but I can make Sol go first. He has a light.
Maybe we should before we go any further. I shall have a look round and see if I can see any more obvious traps. With
Very
my, I haven't got a search for traps skill, so can I do it with anything else? Because I hate
That's good.
Yeah, I mean perception is fine.
So where the floor
Perception was
caved in, is that now
7.
blocking the corridor effectively? Is there...
You can get round the sides of it if you want to, or you
Right.
could jump it. It's only 5 foot.
Yeah, I can't see anything. It's because I didn't see the first one, and I look around and I just turn. The room looks the same.
Gonna put more than one trap in here, eh? No one.
All
That'd be mad,
all I
wouldn't
can
it?
see is this spit and blood area. And
I'm still
feel
back
this-
at cleaning everything before I can move forward.
yeah, so I can't see them, and I couldn't see them before. So, can you not see anymore? Maybe you lead if you can see traps.
Captain, you lead.
I'd step forward,
Yeah,
past
get past.
shed and that.
Yeah, you can jump. You can
Not
jump that
wanting
easy.
to show any weakness. And I'm gonna jump over the gap.
Yep, no problem. Easy done.
Cool.
Round the corner, you see pillars being this kind of antechamber that you see. There are pillars that are held aloft by hexagonal pillars, but what particularly draws your attention are the spiders at the back of the corridor.
How big are these?
Things are
they
horrid.
pink?
They are the big brothers of whatever it was that you've been looking at. They make their way. You just see them hiding in the eaves amongst the webs.
Eek.
Do we have
There's
this
a couple of
strange
doors as
feeling that
well.
we're
There's a few
being
doors.
watched?
Yeah. And let me just bring these into view for you as you come round.
Oh, great.
And they look like this.
Ew! Ew! They got like little hands coming out. They're grim. How big are they? And like, size of a fist, the size of a football, size of your head. Nice spiders.
Yeah, they're a good few. They're a good few feet across, these things.
What?
Yeah, the body's
that's
about that bulbous. Their red eyes reflecting the torchlight.
And they're not kind of. They're not coming towards us in a threatening manner or anything. They're actually kind of hiding away.
Well, you've just walked round the corner. You don't quite know what they're up to. As the torchlight flickers down the corridor, and you make some noise, you sense that they're moving, and some attention has been put on you. The signs of the webs beginning to move would suggest that they're going to come towards you soon. I'd like you all to roll initiative, please.
Holy moly!
Oh dear.
Just to see what.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Let me just. Oh, hang on. I don't. Oh, no, I didn't clear the. Let me clear.
Oh crap!
No, I'll do it manually.
Did roll it.
It's like just
I
talking.
did. I did.
Oh.
But I'm happy to roll again because I don't want to go first.
I mean, you can choose not to go first.
Yeah, you rolled 20.
You have the advantage of being first in initiative order. You can choose to wait.
I don't get that holding go thing because whenever I see anyone holding a go, then basically it's a miss a turn.
Holding a go.
Because
You're not holding anything. You're just waiting.
Yeah, but they always
Okay.
go, I'm going to wait until this, and then everyone forgets.
Are you taking the 18, Saul?
Did I click it?
You clicked it twice.
I'll take the first one.
I wasn't expecting that. I didn't mind that I've taken the other one.
And okay, so Elizabeth, you rolled a 20.
Well, the unfortunate thing on this matter is I will pull out my whip and short sword. So that will be my go, won't it? Because I wasn't armed.
Interactions aren't actions. You still have an action on your turn.
Yep,
So I can
that's it.
still... Okay, so I'm going to... that first one.
Mhm.
Okay,
Whoop-ah.
Okay.
Try and grab it. So, hold on, we went through this again. So D20. Oh, flipping hell. 8.
Ouch.
So yeah, no, it's okay because it's my whip. So he has, if he has to roll, he has to roll against it. If
Yeah,
he
so
gets above 8, he's alright, but if he gets below 8,
18.
yeah,
Thank you,
it's
Mum, mate.
fine. So I do, and it doesn't even like, it just doesn't catch them.
Uh-huh.
And I will hold my short sword stabby movement till unless they come near me.
So yeah, we said that it was a. Did we say it was a bonus action to use your whip?
Yeah,
Offhand
Yeah.
weapon. Makes sense.
Yeah.
it was IMT'd the rules. We just
Yeah, we
did it 'cause
IMT'd the rules. We
Yeah,
IMT'd
basically,
the rules.
I wanted to have a whip which could like ensnare somebody, and then stab them. That's what my plan was. So we did it so it didn't do any damage of such, but
No
it would
Belmont
only
Hunter.
ensnare them if the DC like. We made our own rules.
We did,
As we
and
do.
we shall continue to do so, as befits the telling of the tale.
But yeah, so if it in the next go, if it runs forward nears me, I'm going to stab it with my shorts.
And
Okay.
strangely enough, it's not the one that you're seeing and looking at yourself that moves most quickly. It's the other one that breaks out from the webs and the crevice in the corner of the crypt and scuttles very quickly along the top of the ceiling, down the side of the wall, and goes and takes a piercing bite at our
I've
good
got a
captain.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
I don't know how it would work because we've already established that we didn't have weapon stuff, right? But I got polearm master, so if he comes within 10 feet, I get an attack of opportunity on him.
You
Is that
can't
right?
stow a pole arm, really.
No,
No.
you.
One would
You-
assume you are carrying it.
Yeah, it's not in your bag or anything. It's at least on your back, which you could grab and So you grab that, and you see it scuttling down and across the wall with its gruesome head and its hand-like appendages as it crawls down towards you very quickly, and
We're not keen on
have a
this.
go at. Yeah, so as your reaction, you have a go at it.
So here's a D&D rule then. So
That's a
like,
hit.
I didn't do the stabby thing. If I was to, in D&D, if I was to see this then happening next to me,
Hmm.
because I held that action, when I see that happen, can I turn?
Not
next-
yet, because it's still too far away, but depending on what happens next when Sol rolls
Yeah.
damage, then it... Alright, good
14.
hit. Wow. You stab at it, like this, as it comes down from the wall and ceiling, and you spear its body, and this vile, black-looking, ready blood trickles down the pole
You didn't taste it, wasn't it?
arm, and the thing goes limp on the end of your pole arm as it weighs you down. You drop it to the floor.
Yeah.
It's dead.
Nice. Excellent.
And now it is your turn.
Oh, right. Oh, this is 15. So I'm going to have to take a step forward. To attempt to strike at this. Bringing this
Mhm.
kind of. It's got a glaive, so it's kind of got this kind of edge to it. So he's swinging that down.
Yep, definitely a hit.
Oh, 14.
Yep, another one goes. Before it even
Wow.
manages to escape. In fact, it's crawling out. You see, you haven't quite see its whole body. Its first 4 legs at the front are just crawling out, and you just, and this strange beast's head falls to the floor, and the rest of his body remains wedged as the blood trickles down through the web and drips onto the floor. One man wrecking crew.
And
Ah.
and I kind of just shout into the others, "There's more coming!"
And so there is. The one at the back appears from its web. You see the final movements of the strands as it scurries along the web that it's cast right at the back. Launches itself, does this jump onto the floor, and then scuttles towards you. Over the body, and then it gets in, and so now, Elizabeth, you can take your reaction attack. As you're holding your attack, you can swipe this thing as it comes towards you.
Oh, 21.
Yep, that hits. Roll damage.
6.
Okay. Yeah, you stab at it. It's leathery, tough, horrible carapace, just unpleasant. You don't really like being near this thing. It's not anything you can eat, certainly. Yuck. It attacks you back. It attempts to bite you. And no, it attempts to claw you first of all. And as it claws you, it gets 16 to hit.
Oh, my armor class is 16.
It hits you. Could you please give me a strength saving throw? It's attempting to pull you into.
Remind me how I do that.
Your strength is. What's your strength?
Yeah, I can see it, but I was just wondering how I rolled it. I'll press.
You've got proficiency, and you've got a plus 4.
19.
Yeah, that does it. So you feel it.
Yeah.
It tries to. It tries to grab you, but you resist it. You just stand back as it sinks its claw into you, and you take. No, you take 3 points of damage, slashing damage, but you are not grappled by it. Its claw whips out from where it got through your armor. It doesn't take purchase. It's not able to pull you towards it.
Okay, so take 3 off. Yeah. Yeah, done that.
Turnoth.
I just look forward to this one that's attacking Elizabeth. I can sort of see from here. I'll just jump over this hole. And I just twist one of my hands inside my sleeves and cast Frostbite on it. It's a Constitution save.
Oh. Con save 4.
Fails. Takes 1.
Oh.
Cold damage. And disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay.
Noise.
If it survives. But yes, okay, 1 point of damage. It freezes up and becomes slightly bluer rather than yucky green, purpley
Once
thing.
I've done that, I'll hop over the hole so I can see the next corridor.
Cool.
And I'm done.
It's probably a silly question. These things, how many have obviously got faces and mouths and things? Are they making any noise? Like,
Yeah.
Are they trying to communicate?
I kill you now.
They're making that noise. Yeah, they're just sounding like somebody who is riding a very angry bee down the street.
Kind of like your next door neighbour is drilling a hole in the wall.
The sound
With
of
a bit-
extreme sleep deprivation.
The noise of kind of that, and the noise of like as their claws, their hands skitter across the floor. But yeah, pretty quiet. On that being hurt as it is going to use a feature which allows it to escape without you getting an opportunity attack.
Damn
And it's gonna skitter back up and along the wall into its hole.
Well, we soon found out what the baby spiders were. Interestingly enough, they've escaped.
Well, I assume that's what Turneroth found on the ground outside. I assume there's more of them in the town somewhere.
Well, no, he. Interesting. Did he? So did he fall and bang his head, or was he attacked by the other gentleman? Did he come to the crypt with the other gentleman? Did the other gentleman escape from the crypt? Was he down here?
I
with the
doubt very
spiders?
much that the other person was a gentleman, but maybe we should go find him.
Maybe that. Maybe Martin released that gentleman. I have 1,001 questions just jumped in my head all of a sudden.
There are doors along the. In fact, there's a door next to you.
Well, of
I
course
suspect we
there
can answer
is.
many of those questions by going through these doors.
And there are lots of doors down the corridor of this antechamber. There's also.
And also possibly watching out for deformed spiders.
Mhm.
So we're still in initiative then.
Yeah, for now. Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm going to do then. So I'm going to try and whip that spider.
Whip it good.
Gone. Has
Yep.
it crawled into a hole?
Yes. It's in its webs at the corner at the back.
Yeah.
21.
Aye. So as you walk down, you see just the blackness of the position within the webs, and you just let your whip go, and it smacks and it breaks a huge pile of the webs that it crawled in on, and it breaks. The whip breaks through the tough web, sticky web, and smacks the hind of the spider.
Did it ensnare it so I can drag it towards me and then stab it?
I'm gonna say you
can't-
caught one of its legs, and so yeah, you realise that you have. And if you were to haul it
I
back,
am. I'm gonna try and hold it back. So he has to try and beat my 21.
You will have stepped forward a bit though, right? Could you
Yep.
mark where you are in terms of your position forward? Your forward
Maybe I
position.
don't want to. Yeah, maybe I don't want to now.
Oh, it's late now.
Too late now.
I only did a tiny step forward next to there.
How long? What sort of
Maybe-
whip? What's the range of your whip?
That's a
I
lot of
would
whip.
say. I would say my whip length is 25 feet.
Where are you keeping your 25-foot whip?
Get yourself forward 3 more squares, please. Come on, that's terrible.
oh, okay. There.
Indiana Jones
What
and the Temple of Long Whips. Aye. So
What's the standard length of a whip? I mean, I've
10
never
feet. It's a reach
encountered
weapon.
one. It's what? What is it?
10 feet.
yeah.
Like
So-
she's
In
got one of
D&D,
those
it's a
trusty
reach
ones.
weapon, so it's 10 feet. In reality, it's about 6 to 10 feet, depending on how much whip you want. 10 feet of whip is a lot of whip.
Wonder if
Yeah.
anybody's ever had a 25-foot whip.
Yeah, maybe mine's a special whip.
Definitely, but it's not really one you can carry around with you. It's one you have to sort of lay on the ground so it doesn't smack you in the back of the head.
Okay. So you grab this thing. You
we
walk
need
forward.
to YouTube that.
You stride. You stride
It's on your
forward.
leg.
You stride forward, and you go for your whip. It breaks through this. You grab the spider's leg. What do you do now? You've got it grappled.
I yank it.
Oh, hang on. Have you got
Need
it
some
grappled? Let me,
special skill for yanking, for pulling.
let me just give it a strength save.
Yanking.
It got
Gotta be 21.
9.
That's not.
Interestingly,
not
if it had
good
been
in-
dexed, I rolled a 20, but never mind. That's...
You still would.
Yeah.
It was 21. So, haha.
Okay.
How
forgot I had
childish
this
was I
macro.
then?
Right.
Taunting
So
the-
yeah,
taunting
you,
the DM.
you haul it down beside you, and then what?
I raise my short bow and I
Look
stab
at
it in the head.
Your short sword, and then stab it in the
Yeah.
head. Go for it.
Yeah.
roll to
Did
roll
I say
damage.
short bow? I
Yes.
didn't mean to
You
say that.
That would be quite impressive if you're going to stab it with one, though.
Stab it with the edge of the. get
Okay,
the
it's
wood bits
1d6
right.
plus 5. So 9.
9 points of damage. Yeah, as you wheel this thing back towards you with timed precision that you have developed over the years of your time on this planet, you catch it on your sword. How do you want it to die?
Painfully.
Yes.
So I
You're
go down and I stab it on the top of the head. And then I pull the sword out. And then I glance behind me to see what they're doing. And then I sniff the sword.
Hmm.
Is that a euphemism?
Roll me survival. Give me a survival check.
Okay, 17.
Yeah, this doesn't smell so good. You're probably not going to have a good time if you put this stuff inside your body.
Okay, so I just bend down and wipe the remains of its innards on its head, left of it, on its body. So my sword is clean.
Yeah. Okay. So as you walk down at the foot of this corridor, there is a gold statue. You recognize it as the god of winter. A general. Tutius. A statue of the god of winter.
Okay.
It looks pretty valuable. It shines as your torchlight glimmers over it. Yeah, that's going to be worth a bit. But anyway, you're not here perhaps for looting
We're not
of the crypts.
grave robbers.
No.
Okay. Well, are we still in initiative?
No, you're not, as it happens. Good call. I will
So-
clear initiative.
So, what I'm going to do, as I look around now, I'm actually going to look. Can I see whether the area has been recently disturbed, apart from the spiders? I'm just wondering how far that guy got down into the crypt. So it's like an old crypt. So is there like footsteps in the dust? I don't know how I've walked over.
In
so
front,
it's probably-
in front of Sol, there's a door that looks slightly ajar. Ever so slightly, looks like it's just ever so slightly not fully, pulled on its latch. Just a little bit.
Okay.
When is a door not a door?
When it's ajar.
ajar.
Ba-dum-bum. Dad joke.
So that would potentially be the room that would meet your requirements.
Okay. So all the other doors are shut.
They all look firmly shut, but the one that you see in front of Sol on the west wall here,
Okay.
it looks like it's been disturbed and hasn't been
I
closed. for
turn
winter.
round to the others and say, I think we have sorted the spiders. All the doors down here are shut. I can see the one near you is open. Have you looked inside?
But perhaps we should just head to Dresden Tower and interrogate the man that apparently left this place.
We will, in all
He
good
tells
time.
us to come back here, Captain. I'm not repeating myself. We're down here now. Let us look in the room.
I turn round and stride back, avoiding goo, snot, dead spiders.
Yeah. So do you open that door?
I listen.
You listen. Roll perception. We're getting back into the IMT way of being foiled by doors.
Oh no!
No, we're just going to open the goddamn door.
Oh shit!
She's opening the
It's
door.
8. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with
I
it.
hear nothing.
Quiet.
So just open it.
T'other tide of door.
Oh, it's fine. There's...
You reach for the handle, excited about the opportunity that might lie beyond the door.
Oh, if only Matt was here.
This is where you do the. It's jammed.
It's a
Make
jam
a
jar.
strength roll. Oh, you
That's why I wasn't
failed.
shocked.
Oh.
Okay, the door creaks open. That's a weird way to draw a door. Must have screwed a bit. There we go. When you look into the room, you see a body laid out over one of the sarcophagi, which is open. The room looks like it's been tossed, and the
Door.
broken.
Is that the door?
Yeah, there. That's it. You're in. There is a deed person. There's been a murder.
It wasn't even redeemed.
There's usually at least one. I thought I must have missed it.
Yeah. I mean,
I've
we
got-
may have missed a couple on past streams. And this is just making
previous weeks,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
I think
we're good.
I
the
turn
body.
back over and say, surprisingly enough, there's a dead body in the crypt.
It is a crypt, Elizabeth.
I take
You
it this
determine.
deed body.
Not bad. Yeah, fresh-ish.
I
Right.
just stand at the door and say, "Oh, splendid."
That dead body don't look bad.
And I'll say, it's a shame, and I do a quick look round the room to check there's no more spiders.
Yeah. You check the room. It's a wreck. The grave robbers must have torn open one of the sarcophagi. There's boxes that have been vandalized. But the corpse that you're seeing looks like it's been eaten pretty substantially from the bottom up. As you get closer to it, you realise that half of the side of the body, one leg, and the torso has been chewed off and eaten. So it looks like something's got to it. Probably, you reckon, one of the spiders. Roll me
Before you.
perception as you're looking around the room to check what else is in here.
17. Oh, I'm liking
This-
this blue dice. I'm going to keep this one.
Yeah, as your attention draws away from the body and realizing that it's perhaps not in such good nick and maybe not something that you'd be quite as interested in, the light from the captain's torch flickers into the room, and you get a sense that there's something odd about the tapestry on the back wall.
Ice.
Ice baby.
All right, stop.
I step back out and I say, "There's a dead body in there," which
It's a
I will.
crypt.
No, a recent dead body that's half eaten.
It's a crypt.
No, it's not been buried and dealt with in a respectful and proper manner that the dead is dealt with. I believe that may have been one of the grave robbers or one of the escapees' friends. It's recent. There's blood about and things.
You humans have some strange beliefs about your dead bodies.
Those beliefs are beliefs. Ugh, I'm not arguing this with you right now. there's a tapestry on the wall, and I stepped to one side. It doesn't seem quite right. What do you think?
You keep tapestries in the rooms of your dead people? I'll
We lay
step in
them...
and look at the tapestry. Well, Elizabeth's talking to me about something about dead people.
Yeah,
I am. I'm in the background going, God's sake, you have to send them along the way with the right respect. But I'm giving him a lecture.
As you get in and get closer, you realise that this tapestry is actually made of stone and it's been carved.
I'll walk right up to it and scratch it with one of my claws.
Yeah, it's made to look like it's been carved in the way of fabric. With the keen eyes of Lisbeth, you just look around it as you're admiring the fine work. Very, very fantastic carving. Very slight relief. Looks very unpainted, and it looks very impressive. But the fact that it looks so impressive, to your eyes, Turneth, you see easily that it is attempting to cover something up. There is clearly something behind it.
This tapestry is stone, but there's something behind it. Captain, could you deploy your weapon upon this?
Wait! We don't have to destroy everything. Let's fill the wall
No, we
up
don't have to,
and...
but it's generally
no,
quicker.
They were the wrong words. Let's not fill the wall up. Let's fill the wall. Let's search the wall for secret buttons. Let's not destroy things straight away. Let's investigate the wall first. Getting late, and the words are all getting jumbled in my head.
You investigate the wall. For those of you who are investigating the wall, please roll.
I got 11, so it's 11 plus... 1. 12. Oh, look! Don't need me. I take it you're not investigating the wall because you want to bash it.
So you're looking at it from a little bit behind as you've walked into the room, and Lisbeth is up against the wall, and you're kind of behind holding the torch up to light. And,
She says she's having a look around, so I'm kind of holding the torch.
Yeah,
around.
and you see clearly that this thing can be moved. There's a lot of detritus on the floor in front of it, but you can spot where it hinges, and fairly easily you can haul it enough to get behind it if you wish to.
Yeah, clear some of this junk out of the way.
I will assist.
I will clear any junk that weighs less than 5 pounds.
Yeah. So you move the shelves out the way a bit, and sure enough, when you get your hands on the far corner and you begin to work it, you hear the click, and it slides open, and behind this door.
Excellent job, Captain.
Thank you.
Behind this door there is an undressed passage.
I wondered what you were going to say then.
It does not follow the architecture of the room.
Without apparel.
There is no attempt to beautify it beyond the stony walls. It is merely hewn from rock.
Is that what I was thinking you were going to say?
I wish to step into the undressed passage, but the line of sight blocking has gone very strange. So
yeah, I'll remove that out of the way. Hang on, there is actually there is a kind of door thing there, but let's see. The captain's managed to move it right out of the way. So
before we go through the door, I am going to quickly shoot down to where the dead body is, and I am going to put his arms in a certain position, and I
Mhm.
am going to speak over him. Now thy lay to sleep, thy soul be free. And then I quickly sniff his blood.
Yeah, he's been dead a bit. Not more than a day, but you know, getting that way.
Blood is blood.
Don't know.
Isn't that technically true?
Yeah. What's the matter, Elizabeth? You on the wagon?
I dip my finger in and just have a bit of a taste.
You're gonna have to tell me what Lisbeth thinks of day old blood. I don't know. I can't make that call. You might like it,
I
you
mean,
might not.
That's just a good vintage.
It's not the best, but it's coming up to the 3 days.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit like eating chicken that's on the day, well, am I right to eat it or not, you know.
Or finding some biscuits that have maybe been left to the air for a bit long and have just gone a little
Yeah,
bit
a
kind
bit
of soft,
soggy.
and you're just like,
Yeah. So I sort of because they're looking through the thing while they're not looking.
Yep.
I quickly.
Yep. Yeah, I mean it's
Stand-
all right, isn't it? I mean it'll do. It's better than eating rats.
Yep. Or dead spiders, which were really rank. So I'm
Yeah,
not
that
gonna
was
do
all. Yeah.
So yeah, but it's fine. It's fine me taking some of his blood because I've blessed him, and he's gonna go. I've saved his soul.
I mean, I
Saved
think
his soul, and had a little bit of a snack on the way.
he'll probably be fine with it regardless. I have a suspicion. I don't think he's
So-
going to complain.
Yeah. You look away from the bit that's clearly been chowed by Spider with all the acrid.
Oh yeah,
you know,
I forgot about
spider
that.
chow.
didn't you?
But the
it's
top bit's
fine.
okay. Yeah.
Yep,
Still
it's
blood
fine.
in it.
So I'm very discreet about this. These two are peering through into the abyss of the naked corridor.
We've been distracted by an undressed passage.
Yeah. Can't take my eyes off it. It's like one of those pens. When you tip it upside down and then suddenly the passage is naked.
So yeah. So while they're peering into that, I've just had a little bit of a snack.
Yeah, okay. There you go. It has been 0 days since the last workplace incident caused by... Yeah, we'll not say more.
Humans.
Yeah.
By humans.
Yeah.
So I come up behind them and peer over their shoulders and so what's down here?
They don't know the
Don't
captain's coming
look.
in the light.
We step into this corridor.
Yeah.
Oh wait, and I turn around and I look around me, and if there's any,
Wait.
and I grab a handful of stones and throw them in.
Okay.
Ow!
And you knock a stone in the back of Saul's armor, and the rest of them, they go onto the floor. It's old and dusty. There isn't any sign of spiders or spider webs.
Oh no, I was checking for trap floory things. I've seen the stones landing. Yeah.
That's what the
No.
captain's for.
That's...
Oh yeah. Oh,
Wait a
well.
minute.
I randomly just throw some stones in the room then.
Yeah, and they just skitter along the ground like you might reasonably expect stones to do when they're lobbed.
Such skill sets.
Yeah.
And we're back into IMT, aren't we?
As I kind of stepped into this corridor, I'm kind of looking back, just to see whether whether my companions are nearby.
Hmm.
Oh, I'm on your shoulder. I'm throwing
Yeah.
stones. Yeah, I'm behind you.
Yeah, the corridor turns off and round to your left.
Okay.
I just say, I'm not sure whether this is anything to do with our investigation, but who can't not go into a undiscovered
passage.
cave naked? No, naked
No.
cave.
Who can go into a cave
No,
naked?
I'm not going to cave naked. I got my words the wrong way round. You turned round, I've stood there naked. Let's go in!
Are you coming?
Yeah, I just put my clothes back on. I'll come behind you then.
Sometimes I wonder why the secrets assigned me with you two. I'll be like 10 feet behind the muscle, just in case.
Yeah. You walk around the corridor and you find yourself upon another blank wall. This one is peculiarly just like the end of a tunnel.
Oh, really?
That was a bit disappointing.
Yes, perhaps we should go find this person that escaped then.
No. This tunnel leads to somewhere. Start knocking on the things to see if there's a hollow sound.
Yeah. Roll investigation.
Oh, maybe someone else doing investigations tonight. 9.
What do you guys do, Saul? Are you helping?
I'm bashing on the stone.
Yes, I will. I'm probably more assisting than helping.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, you roll as well then.
Wait a minute. Did I just say that? I'm more assisting than helping?
Well, if
Isn't
you
that
were
the same
helping,
thing
They are synonyms.
if you were helping, I would take it that you would give
Yeah.
you give
If you are
Elizabeth,
performing the help action.
you
I'm-
give Elizabeth advantage.
I'm
But if
helping.
you're assisting, then you could be doing it yourself.
No, I'm helping.
I understood what you meant. Right, you get advantage on that roll
Yeah.
because you're being helped.
So I roll another one.
Yeah. Because it's going so well for
It
you.
was an 18, 19 then.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Your intuition is correct, and very quickly you find a small handhold within the rock, and you pull it, and there's a click as the release of another secret door occurs.
Dum, dum, dum.
Oh my.
Do you ever wonder just who it is that
Yes.
builds?
Ancient alien.
And the door gives way, sliding itself into there. It's not pretty in here. Before you walk in, let me tell you what you see in the torchlight.
And then we can decide whether we go in or not.
Night vision. Dark vision.
You stood behind the guy with the torch, so you're in torchlights.
So this room looks like there's a whole collection of things, keepsakes, valuables that have been stored in here. This looks to be like some form of treasure room, perhaps a hidden room
Like some
where the
wealthy or noble person's been buried in here or something.
possibly,
And
or
all their-
yeah,
all
or
their belongings
yeah,
buried with them.
yeah, pretty much something like that. An older part, maybe, of the crypt, maybe the original part. Who knows?
You bury people with all of their valuables?
Well, if we didn't, the grave robbers wouldn't have much to rub.
and you wonder why you have grave robbers.
It's a sign of respect. They pass over to the next life with their belongings. So they go into the next part of their life with their worldly goods around them. So that they can have nicer afterlife with the worldly goods. Don't you know?
They are not using their worldly goods in this world. They could be
In-
given to others.
They
The
they
gold
don't
has
take
not
all
died.
their worldly goods. Well, they take some of it.
If gold coins have an afterlife, I do not think it is the same one that humans go to.
To be honest, it seems an awful lot in here, so maybe this is like a secret treasure chest hold. And
Excellent. Does it look like there's anything of magical power?
it might be a
Yeah, roll
pirate.
perception as you're looking around the piles of stuff. You see a few objects that might be of interest. There are swords here. There are tokens. There is the shine of silver in your torchlight. There are statues. Perhaps, yeah, it's quite a haul potentially.
Mm.
I'll walk forwards and start. One of my hands comes out of my sleeves and I start grabbing at things that look like they're magical.
Yeah, give me a perception roll or investigation as you're searching through this stuff.
I'm of course a master of searching through things.
Yeah. So as you're looking, what are you doing, Saul? What have you got holding the torch up or?
Yeah, I think probably the idea of grave robbing is a bit unpalatable. Sol, and I think he really just wants to get out of it now.
Okay, fixed as you are upon an orb at the back of the room, and you walk in and look down at the piles and rake down through them. I'd like you all to roll initiative, please, as you are surprised by some interesting things that you did not see collectively between you.
In the undress passage.
Yeah, hang on. I'd like definitely to.
That's
That's it.
It's an undress
Wow.
passage. We walk down it with our eyes
Every time I
closed.
roll a high one tonight, it's when I'm at bloody initiative. Come on now, beat me.
Oh,
Oh, God
oh, I didn't.
Right.
damn it. I don't like game first.
Okay. Now you are unable to react while what happens, and they will get their reactions, and then we will go into that you are surprised by
Would it surprise you to know that we're not?
the stone that appears to crack and mold itself out from the rocks, seemingly the rocks themselves becoming alive. And two of these things begin to move
What?
their way out and bear down upon Turnruth.
Where are me fellas in the undress passage?
Shit bag.
It does look a bit like one of those, doesn't it?
Shit bag. Looks a bit Cthulhu-esque, doesn't it?
Sandwormy.
Yeah, camouflage
Graboid.
as
It's a
it was.
graboid. Graboid.
And both of these attacks are aimed toward Turn Earth. The tentacles reach out toward you. The first one from behind you with a 12 to hit. Oh, hang on, I'll make them. I'll not whisper them. There we go. And the second one, which as you're facing down to the bottom of the room is to your right, as it breaks through the stone. Oops, as it breaks through the stone. It gets a 15 to hit.
Miss.
Okay. So yeah, you're kind of
My
distracted.
armor class is 15. Sorry.
Oh, okay. So that
I thought it
hits.
was 16. My bad. No, 15 hits.
Yeah, 15 hits. You take 10 slashing damage.
Oops.
And then it then tries to bite you as it whips round you. It pulls at you and it pulls itself closer to you and it lunges forward from the stone and then takes another attack with a 16 to hit. So that also hits you.
I wave my hand and a shield pops up around me.
Yeah, so it would have hit you for 3. That was a low roll, my part.
Thank
use the spell slot now.
goodness.
Where's my
Okay.
AC modifier field? Okay.
Okay. The turn order now, as Lisbeth, you realise what's happened. You've been jumped. You're slow to react, but you are the first of the group to react.
Quite close, aren't they? I can't actually see them.
Yeah, they're right at you,
Yeah.
right in
Yeah.
front of you. You realise they come at the fold of the walls.
Okay, so I would like to try looking at the picture of it. I would like to try and this one here. I'd like to try and use my whip to whip round its mouth and pull its tentacles shut and then stab it in what is like the throat.
Go for it.
So I rolled piss pants. Damn.
Not familiar with that. What number's that?
I've just.
Is it like bingo?
Oh, just 7. So
it comes just after poopy bottom.
11,
Is it-
12, 13. I
1
rolled
and 8, piss pants.
13.
13, you do not hit it.
With the
It
whip.
manages. Yeah, you don't
So
hit it with the
as
whip.
my whip skims by it, I just swing forward and try and stab it with my short sword.
Yep.
For flipping heck. It was a 1.
You just can't get enough room in this tight passage to be able to properly make an impression and either grab hold of something or stab it.
Wait, do I have anything to do with this second windy thing, or
Yeah, you
What
can
was
use. You can use if you.
action surge?
Action
If you
surge.
push yourself beyond your normal limits for a moment on your turn, you can take 1 additional action on top of your regular action, and a possible bonus action.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, so what's the second wind?
Second wind's something you do if you take damage.
Yeah.
It lets you regain some health.
Yeah.
Oh, bugger it then, because it's getting near midnight. I'm going to use my action surge and do another stabby at it.
I mean, technically, you
Please
get the
roll.
whole.
No, you get
get a
one
whole-
additional action.
Yeah.
One primary action.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
for
in this case, you get another stab.
flipping heck! 5, so I rolled a 6.
Wow.
Well, that was a waste of that. I can't get that back now until I've had a sleep. I'm just stumbling around like an idiot, swiping and whipping and missing completely because
Yeah.
it's doing like this really cool wiggly thing in front of me. Just
You
like
missed the
missing
worm
it.
because it was wiggly.
Yeah. And you're a bit
wiggled
cramped in
out.
there against the wall, so you're operating kind of not. You can't get your arms totally free from where you are, pushed up
I'm like, the
against the sides of the
damn
passage.
thing won't stay still.
Yeah.
That's it. End of my
Okay.
go and a waste of my action surge.
Captain.
Right. So, I'm just wondering which of these I would have seen first. Maybe this one. That's within 10 feet, isn't it? So I think I can get it from there. So I shall, with the glaive, once again, brings it down, swings over his head, tries to bring it down on this thing. Oh!
That is most definitely a hit.
I'll do it.
Nat 20.
That was a little bit disappointing, though.
It was better than what I did, so just take it and take the win.
Cleave off about half of its back end.
Okay.
Just falls to the floor. It's still able to grip itself onto the wall, but yeah, you've cut it in tway, and
No.
its wriggling back end continues to wriggle on the floor for a short while.
So so it's still alive. Yes.
Its
Okay.
face is still looking like it would be very appreciative to
case-
devour you.
As he swung the glaive down, he brings it back round and then tries to crack it in the face with the butt of the the spear end,
Yeah.
which is a regular attack, but it does a D4 damage. Roll. Ugh.
Yeah, you connect with it, but with no power. It's pretty
Yeah.
cramped in this spot, so you're not
Yes.
getting.
Makes sense. That was probably me done. Actually.
All right,
Thanks.
Turnruth.
And that is my name. Well, one of my names. I have just been clawed at by a worm thing and it's very irritating. So I whip back my sleeves, both hands out, and I start to move my hands around in a big circle and chaotic energy forms between them. As I look towards this worm and I cast Chaos Bolt.
Ooh.
Yep, that definitely hits.
I was hoping for doubles, I did not get doubles. That will be cold damage.
Okay, so which one were you hitting again? Sorry, I just missed the one that.
The one. This
One
one.
to the right of
Next to you. Okay, yep. Okay, and then there's text.
You can ignore the text.
Oh, it's
Ah.
just
It's like
the type of damage. Random.
one part of it is
random
damage type, another part of it is if you roll doubles, if you roll same number of both d8s, then it bounces.
Oh, okay.
That's the only bit you're looking for, those two triggering criteria. Everything else is just the text box is filled now.
Okay. All right. Any more?
Field's fallen off. Yeah, I'll just bonus action regain a first level slot.
Mhm.
Because sorcerer. And then I'm done.
Okay, so you burn your points.
Burn a couple points.
Power surges back through you. Okay. This one is going to attack Elizabeth. This particular wormy monster has not really been hit. Makes a whip with its tentacles. I keep hitting that button expecting something to happen. I should be hitting the one below it. The one on the left, the number is 23 to hit,
Ouch.
which most certainly hits. 8
Bloody
points of
does.
slashing damage. And the other one, which has been hurt and is now slowly crawling down to the floor.
Are they
la-
necrotic? Just like that.
Other
That's a good
Oh,
question.
okay.
No, necrotic's damage type.
No,
Oh,
it doesn't
slashing
say
damage.
anything. It's slashing damage, yeah. I was just looking at that there.
It
Oh, it
says
actually says
it's
it says it there
necrotic.
as well. I'm getting tired as well. It says it right in front of you. So the next one continues its assault upon your poor sorcerer. And I've done it again because I'm getting tired and I'm making the same mistakes more than once. An 8 misses. So yeah, you managed to just fend it off. It's not able to do anything. It's been damaged badly and it doesn't seem to manage to get the attack off.
Of course it tried to.
Okay.
I'm the fastest dragonborn in the world.
Elspeth, you are able to continue your assault.
Okay. I shall try and do the same thing. So, I managed to whip it for 15, 16.
Good.
Whip it.
So, did that grab it?
Sorry,
16.
15, 16.
So 16. So it's got to. So it needs to roll
Yeah.
a d20.
Let me give it a save for.
Oh no! So. Oh what? No, I rolled a 16. So it's 16 to 22.
15 it gets, so it doesn't manage to escape the whip this time.
Okay. So so it's ensnared in my whip.
Whip.
And I wanted to get it round its mouth, so it's like.
Yeah,
I've done
yeah,
that.
you've done that. Yeah, yeah.
And then I'm going to roll short sword. So that's 17.
Yeah, that hits.
The damage on that is 7.
Okay. Cut off part of its face.
Wow.
Will it stay? Can I keep it ensnared? Do you reckon? What should?
Well,
Or
if you
like
want to.
after my go, does it? It's like so like if it does. So now its mouth's like sort of thing. So like if can't get and it's sort of like sort of trapped.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I mean, you got. Yeah, why not? Let's see. I think that worked decent.
So that's the end of my go. But so when Soul goes next, I've got it sort of snared.
So it'll attack at disadvantage because its face, its attacking means. Does it bite you first? Yeah, it bites you first. So yeah.
Actually, I'm thinking about it. No, it's all right. I'm way back. Okay.
Okay.
Never mind. Yeah,
Anything more
I'm
from
thinking
Elizabeth?
about it, but I shouldn't have been.
No, that's the end of my go because it was like, yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So now it's Captain. Now you can think about it.
Yes, and I'm thinking about trying to finish this horrible thing off. Wrong. I'm gonna kill him if I can.
Confident.
Well, I said if I can. I did. There was a caveat there. 17.
It's a hit.
You're on the right lines.
Kapow! For 8 points of damage.
Does not kill it, but it is very damaged, and its movement has decreased substantially as it finds its way to the floor with only half of its body intact.
Okay, and so bonus action. Take a step forward and try and strike it with the non-sharp.
Doesn't
the
work.
non-sharp end.
Now, if that had been your damage, it would have been good, but you know. So you're now at it as well. You're now next to it, aren't you?
I'm gonna. Do I do an action surge?
Might as well pop
Wasted.
it.
Let's do this. Let's action surge and have another go, and maybe we'll have the very same effect that Ange had earlier. 14.
That is enough to hit.
Oh.
For 12 points of damage.
Wow.
That kills it. What are you going to do to it? How's this one going to die?
He's
half
only
body?
killed it because I've got it ensnared in the whip. If it wasn't for
This
that,
other one.
my help there.
Yeah. So I can imagine that Sol's kind of going a little bit mad, and his face is, I don't know, fear, rage, all of the above. As this thing, he sees it trying to scurry away, and he desperately wants to finish it off. So he just raises the glaive right above his head and slams it straight down onto this thing, slicing it in half, whatever's left of it.
Yeah. And your metal strikes to the ground, and the small sparks appear underneath it as the chip of the blade with such ferocity has damaged the ground beneath. Yes, absolutely. So it is deed.
Deed.
Awesome.
Merci. I am finished.
As it falls to the ground, I shall wrap up my whip and say,
Was that the one you were going for? Okay, that's cool.
No.
"Oh, damn it, it wasn't." Oh, I won't say that then. Flipping heck.
You might get to say it, depending on what Turnerth does next. Turnerth shedding. What art are you going to do?
Whip out one claw towards it, and a small bolt of fire just shoots across at it.
Yeah. Doesn't like that very much.
I'm not surprised.
Look at that.
How do you want to incinerate it?
The firebolt just goes straight down the centre of its throat, straight through.
Wow.
I'm being very careful to avoid Elizabeth's whip because I don't want to get into that conversation.
So as it reaches out to try and strangle you with its tentacles, you just, and a firebolt just right down its body. You see it disappearing, then erupting from behind the whip. Elizabeth's whip immediately goes slack, and it has this small amount of the beast attached to it, and it just swings down and lands at Turnerth's feet, and the rest of the body kind of splats behind the wall and burns and explodes. So those two are dead, and you have successfully managed to clear this particular room.
Yay.
You are in this decrepit, long-hidden chamber, and you begin to just have a search through. Do you take any time in doing this, or do you?
I think I'd be careful because I'm worried about traps now because of the last time we went through the corridor and I really fell down the
I don't care about traps.
Yeah.
I'm smart enough that I would spot them. I'm just going to claw straight through stuff and look for something magical.
Yeah,
I am, of course, the smartest dragonborn in the world.
Is there more in this worm bit then? There's more treasure in this worm bit then?
Yeah.
Oh, we're in the treasure. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm not so bothered about the treasure. I'm looking for if there's any more rooms, access, secret passages.
Well, here's some of the valuables that you get. I'm just going to paste that directly.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the stuff that you see that you don't get, your characters don't get until you've properly attuned to these or used them or picked them up or whatever. But some of the stuff, like a +1 short sword, it looks like a really nice. But it's even got a name on it, so you know it's good. Any sword that's got a name etched on it, it's gonna be good.
Acme.
Yeah, it's just it's come in a big red box, and a small blue creature just runs out of it and goes. Eep, eep. Those were the days.
I'll just immediately grab the Orb of Remembrance. That's the thing I was looking at. It's obviously magical. It's an orb with a picture in it.
Yeah. What is the picture? What picture does Turnerth see inside it?
Well, according to the text, it's primed with an image taken from the top of Mount Camor. So.
Oh right, it's actually okay.
I would assume I see an image taken from the top of Mount Camor.
I think that would seem right. While you hold the orb, you can use an action to speak priming the orb causing the smoke inside to restlessly billow and swirl. Whilst holding, you can cause it to record at that moment of time around you. Ah, okay. So yes, it has. That's where it was recorded. That's where it was last used. But you can reuse that. So there's a whole bunch of spiel I can give you about that if you don't already know what it is.
I am aware. Turneroth
Okay.
isn't aware, but I'm aware.
Yes.
Turneroth's
So
just picked
there
it
you
up because
go.
it's obviously magical. He likes magic.
Yes. And there's a sword in there. There's a band, which is either going to be worn as a necklace or a bracelet, depending. And should you attune yourself to it, you would find that you would be able to use it to summon a Spectral Companion. I'll tell you that just as a reminder to ourselves that that's what it is. There's a whole bunch of stuff related to what the Companion's band is, but you'll get that if anybody attunes to it. But it does look like a rather fetching necklace or bracelet. I think that's a good point to end it as you've thumb your way through the treasures.